Alright, today we're going to learn about sequencing in Bluebeam. Uh, I was using this on a specific project to number all of these HVAC units on this roof. It's very simple and easy, and it's an incredibly powerful tool should you ever need it. I've only used it a couple of times, but it has saved me hours and hours worth of work. So what you want to do is you can define anything to do this. In my case, I'm going to create a text box, and I'm going to say this is a grid A1, something to that effect. And then I'm going to change however I want this thing to appear. So I want it to be about 8. I want this to be in a rectangle. And if I know I'm going to go more than just one, so I'm going to make sure that there's enough space here to be able to fill all the numbers that I need. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. I may want to change it to where it's slightly less, where you can kind of see through it, but not entirely. You can change that all you want. I like just a little bit, but you can still see what's underneath. All right, so whenever you do that, up here, you're going to have, there we go, tools right there. So that's the A99 I just created. Okay, so I'm going to drag that down to any tool chest. It doesn't really matter. I've got my customized tools here, which work quite well. Okay, and then I'm going to right click. I'm going to do sequence, define. That's going to pull up a sequencing box, and I'm going to say my first one I want to be in the alpha characters. It's going to start at 1. It's going to increment 1 each. And if I renumber, I want it to renumber when markups are deleted. And I'll show you that here in just a second. You also create a suffix if you'd like. I personally don't. And you've got all these options. All right, so whenever I have said, yes, this is what I want, you'll see this little play button right there, and it'll change orange when I go to start dropping. So I'm going to drag and drop. All right, and you can see as I drop, so I'm going to click, and it automatically increases in count. All right, and what I should have done is I should have had my original as a center alignment and a line middle. That would have been better. And I can actually go ahead and do that again. I can go back to where I was, uh, drag it down again, and go through the sequence again. And it's very simple and easy, and I'll show you how to keep doing that. All right, so if you want it to stop, you just simply click the play button, and you can redrag and start it over again, as you can see there. Or if you want to continue that sequencing because you stopped or whatever else, you can actually right click, resume sequence right there. And there it is. And it's off of that one, okay? So I'll do it on here just to kind of show you. Yep, it works. All right. So whenever, if this is a grid system, because all of these are alphas, this whole row is going to be bravos. It's just a matter of right click, duplicate, right click again, sequence, define, and then I'll change this to B's. I want everything else the same, right? All right, and then I'm going to drag it, and it will start doing the B's. You can see it there. So B1, B2, B3, and I'll show you why you need to have that many, as far as like having enough for 2 characters, because if you don't, what it will actually start doing is it'll come out looking like that. Okay, and it really messes with Bluebeam. Not quite sure why, but it's kind of tough. And the good thing is you can automatically you can resize these. You can also make it wide enough, and then Alt Z will resize accordingly. All right, so whenever I said earlier that you want to have that checkbox for renumbering, so if I need to delete this one, you're going to see this one become 10, that one become 11, just like that. So very simple tool, very easy to manipulate, very quick to make. I've done this for grids, I've done it for conduits, I've done it for, well, actually 3 you can see, or 4 you can see I've got permanent tools for, but I've probably made about 10 of these total. So if you got any questions, comments, write them in. Questions or additional comments, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Thank you.